Hello everybody, this is Iconic, and today is the long-awaited Dead Zombie Warfare review. This was supposed to come out 2 weeks ago, but the footage was corrupted, so here we are again. This is a 2D pixelated tower defense zombie game, and yeah, we're about to see the gameplay of this game. This game is very good, very balanced, but definitely not perfect. Now I'm gonna start off with the gameplay here, and the style of the game. The style of the game is obviously pixelated, as I just said. You need to clear this wall right here with your units, and you also got workers to help you out in clearing the level. Of course, my team is just not the best. I'm just playing with anything. It's pretty much the whole premise of the game. There's only one mode. That's only one mode from multiple other modes. So this is the first mode, which is campaign. It's very long, 10 chapters, by the way. You're gonna have a lot of time clearing that out. And also, it has a skills and difficulty, the more locations you complete, the harder the zombies and all that. And also, this game has a very, very excellent variety of zombies. Like, you have an entire book to tell you how many. And there's also gang members, but they're not as special as the zombies, or like have that many variations of zombies. You can see it's literally 30 pages, maybe even like more, like it's 50 pages of zombies, you know what I'm saying? Very cool, very good. The game also has a huge variety of units. I mean, it's not like that, but like there's melee and ranged, but they do not share a lot of in common. Like this guy can heal, he's a tank, but this guy can't heal, but he's resistant to bullets and has a bunch of other resistances as well. That's what makes this game a little more special than other tower defense games that currently exist. As you can see, you start from location 1 and end in location 10. Hopefully the game doesn't update and do location 11 because it hasn't, this location 10 is literally since last year. Like the biggest flaw with this game is the update frequency. First of all, this update doesn't count. We didn't get anything from this update other than Sarah, and the rest of the skins are okay, except for the prisoner agents that fucking sucked ass. I'm gonna get to it in a minute. There was 432, that was fine, but also not that much to talk about, especially when you have two skins for limited time units. These units you can only get during Christmas or Halloween. Other than that, you gotta wait an entire year to have that chance of getting them again, and also in an RNG box. So that wasn't a great choice ever. So the last actually good update was in December 17th, 2025. That is horrendous. It is August 19th, and we haven't got a single good update after that. That is completely insane. Especially when you see that update November 29th, update 2428 was just about a month away, maybe even less from Christmas update. And then there was a Halloween update. Look at these jumps. There was barely anything, October to August. Barely any gap. Maybe because the company does have a lot of other games to work on, but uh, moving on. Up, we got the bus, which is you upgrade it, its health and damage as you go to the levels because the damage of the zombies does tend to increase in levels. It's a dynamic difficulty type of thing, like in Resident Evil games, if you know what I'm talking about. Now for the progression as well. Progression is there's experience in this game, as you can see, survival points. You win stuff, and there's also the shop where you can buy whatever you want and get free things, or even free skins or charms. Of course, you can spend real money, but I don't recommend doing that really. You can also craft keys that you can use in special missions, but I'll also get to in a minute. And you got the Star Road, which fills up the more stars you get during the missions, and you get 3 stars if you complete the mission without any damage, obviously. You got also quests to do here that gives you premium game currency, which is the green stuff, and the blue tokens. There you can't buy blue token. I think you can buy blue token. You can't buy anything in this game for real money. Anyways, Uh, there's also weekend events. They only happen weekly, and Harvest Day is pretty much my favorite. There's a lot to talk about this, but I don't have time for that. Now about the units of this game. You have 6 slots to put 6 units, obviously. The special thing about this tower defense game is that they have chemistry, just like in FIFA, where you can get a player from the same country with another and you get like a small bonus to it. This happens in this game, but even better. So you got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's like 11, 12 teams. Of course, some are better than others, with mechanics and rednecks being the best in the game. That's a opinion that the whole community agreed on. But really, the best means the lowest skill. For example, you got the mechanics. Mechanics, you get a bonus when you have 2 mechanics. Of course, this unit has a special property, special ability, where it counts as 2 unique units. Now about the teams in this game. Just like in FIFA, if you match a player and another player, and both of them are in the same country, you get a small bonus. At least that's what I think. The same thing is in this game, but even better, with team bonuses. There's about 12 teams, I think I didn't count, and all of them are pretty unique from each other. Some are better than others, some absolutely trash, and some are very good. For example, let's take this Rogue. Rogue is part of the TMF team, and if you have uh, if you have 2 TMF units, you get a bonus. If you have 3, you get another bonus, and you have 5, which is nearly a full team. You'll only have 1 free slot for any unit you want. You'll get the max bonus, just like it said there. And the more units you collect, the more tokens. Money really doesn't matter to me. The tokens, these gold 10 tokens, are the ones that matter because they're so much more rare to get and come by in this game. It's a very cool mechanic, and you can also have more than just 1 team in your deck. You can have 2 teams and have 2 bonuses. You can even have items. You can even have 3 teams, by the way. Very good system. Another thing that I really like about this game is the style of it. It's very clean pixel art, very well made. It also has some very good looking animations, very crisp. Sound effects are absolutely top tier. This game does get everything really well, and it does have a few curious things here and there, but it's a very good game. Now we'll talk about the other modes other than the campaign mode where you just complete missions with stars. We have the first one, which is supply run. You complete the supply run by beating off 3 waves of zombies, and then you win a random set of items that you can put into any unit you want. Unlike the bus doesn't help you here. You set your units, and they shoot up the zombies and kill them. Uh, you got this boost that doubles the damage. The other blue boost that was in the beginning of the video gives you more courage, which is pretty much the elixir of this game. Don't mind the deck, by the way. I already told you I use whatever I have. I don't really care. And the purple isn't really useful here since it decreases the time needed for a unit to spawn again, that you can spawn again. Of course, the units here do not need a spawn time. They are immediately on the battlefield, so not the best use of it. And there's the wall that you need to destroy to complete the whole supply run. Unlike the normal wall, this can also be shot at, but the normal wall can only be meleeed. The ranged units will not shoot it or damage it in any way. Now you'll have the option here to collect it normally or to triple the reward. This is the normal reward you're gonna see right now. Only 1 legendary item. Not legendary, but the highest rarity. And a few of these. Now if I triple it, I'll get 3 legendary tier items and also just a triple of any rarity that is shown on the screen. And of course, every chapter has its own set of supply runs, its own set of items, and you can quick check them from the calendar menu or the clipboard menu in the chapter section, where if you click supply runs, it will show you all the possible supply runs. And not only can you get items, you can also get other currencies like coins and star points. Next game mode we have here is Endless Bridge. Now, Endless Bridge is it's a mode where you fight zombies again, but there is no wall and you only need to kill the zombies. And it's just like Supply Run, you have an instant, you can put the units instantly without any waiting, and there's no boss as well, you're gonna see in a moment. And the difficulties increase the more spans you complete pretty much levels. Of course, I'm stuck here because this level is absolutely obnoxious as shit. I don't even have a good deck for this, but you get the point. And also, there are modifiers that can be put in these chapters, like this Poison Cloud, which does poison overtime to units who can't resist poison. None of these have poison resistance, so all of them will eventually die really fast, as you can see. And even tell you how many waves you need to complete. Sometimes it's two. It starts from 2 to 5 waves during depending on the current span you're in. That's the whole thing. And you can't replay levels. As soon as you complete level, we only keep going forward. You can't replay anything. Which is Infected Metro. This is another mode where this one though is more dependent on speed running. You gotta finish the given level at the fastest time you can possibly get to get 3 stars. You need to kill every single zombie in every stage with different decks as well, as fast as possible. You even have a timer on the very right of the screen to tell you how much time is being exactly spent. I think this is better than Endless Bridge. It's just an opinion. You can think otherwise. Uh, Whatever. That's really the there is to it. Multiple stations, and also you can get a special role if you are in one of the leaderboards in this mode. Of course, the average player is never going to do that and should really not do that. It's not worth it. If you end up on this leaderboard, you will get a Discord role. And yeah, that sounds pretty worth it, not gonna lie, man. Moving on to the last game mode, that is online game mode, which is Skirmish. You make your 3 decks for 3 rounds, and you go against real players, not in real time. You you click fight. You just click on someone to fight, and they already have a deck they have made, and you fight that deck without them being online or like they also join the matchmaking. Unlike zombies, you challenge their units, obviously, since you also have units that will be challenged. And if you win 2 rounds, you win the entire match. You can also speed it up for faster results. Duh. That's pretty much all there is to it. Now for a more in-depth look on units, uh, which is a more advanced look on units, you will see this list of items, which boost their stats, are pretty much essential to the entire game. If you collect 3 of a certain set, it will activate a bonus. Like gambling, it just increases the crit chance by 25%. I think this set fits this unit very well, so I went ahead and did the supply runs for it, and I got the set. You can also upgrade the item using sacrificing other worse items, a lot worse. And you can enhance it, and it will randomly choose a stat to boost. Completely random. You're gonna see in a moment. And it boosted the crit chance and the HP. Now, the top stat is guaranteed to boost. Anything else, it is completely random. That's one thing to know. Also, the more you play the unit, the more mastery you'll get, which will give you rewards and all that. Another thing to the units here, of course, this is a special ability which you unlock for 10,000 coins. That is a lot of coins. But the more you play the game, and also when you discover how to farm in the game, which I will cover in a minute, 10,000 won't be so much if you do have a unit that I'm going to mention its name very soon. Another thing is that you could upgrade an entire genre, I guess that's what you can call, or set of fighters. Okay, so the fighter class. Okay, it's a class. The fighter class. You can upgrade any of the three stats, and this will affect every single fighter. There are only 11 fighters in the entire game, so this will affect them. If I click uh, main damage, this will increase main damage for every single fighter in the game. Even the ones that you didn't unlock, by the way, everyone will be affected. And then we have charms. Now these charms are just like items, but they do have a bonus that can only be applied to the specified class. This like class fighter. If you have this on a fighter, you will activate the bonus. If you don't, and you have it on someone else on any other class, it will not activate. You can get these charms either from the shard shop for 25 gold shards, where you can get a gold shard if you get one of the epic or legendary charms for complete luck. Let's just open a military case, see what our luck is. I got a common, and the common gives the normal shard, the silver shard. It does tell you when the next one will be guaranteed. Very nice. And you can also get the charm just from the shop as well, from rolling crates. Another unique thing about this whole team building uh, aspect of the game is that a unit can be used in multiple teams. Rogue can be used as in the police team and also in the TMF team if you buy that skin. That is not free. For another example here, we have Charlotte. Charlotte can be a police by default, but you can unlock this skin, which is limited time in July 4th only, I think, and she will be in the Patriot team. You can get this in the Halloween, and she'll be, etc., etc. Very cool aspect, and makes you like think about different team synergies with our unit. Makes you very creative, unless you use rednecks or the mechanics. There's the most brain dead teams in the game. No offense, try TMF. Okay, that takes skill, and they're pretty fucking radical. Another big thing you could be using a lot in this game are ads. To get fuel, to get one fuel, you'll need to wait 10 minutes. Or you can watch an ad. Of course, I already have a lot of fuel, so the option won't appear. It's usually on here. You can also get rewards from here by watching ads again. You can even instantly unlock the star points without waiting 2 hours by watching an ad. Watching an ad in this game will occur a lot, even in when you win a level and you want more coins. You could watch an ad. You don't need to, but the bonus can sometimes be worth it. But I assure you, you probably won't need that money once you know the farming strategy that I will cover. Sorry for that. Now I'm going to talk about the flaws of this game. I've already talked about the updates being really long, the wait for the updates being really long recently. And next I'm going to talk about the weird skins, some of the bad skins of this game that don't make sense. So we're going to start it off with the prisoner agents. So agents, or twins, the twins for the prisoners. So prisoners is a melee-based team. It has melee resistance and deals more damage every negative effect on the enemy. This bonus, by the way, is only useful if you have a specific unit, and this unit all sucks by itself, and that unit is Sarah. Now, Sarah, not only does it cost 500 or 600 greens, which is a completely horrendous number, by the way, for a unit that only has poison, and the poison isn't very good. Like, the effect of poison isn't as good as, like, fire from a flamethrower, or flamethrower doesn't have fire like that. I think it's more of a fire from the SWAT. And then Anyways, what am I even talking about? The unit is not that good to then build up an entire five. Hold up, hold up. Is that five prisoner units? By the way, this team is pretty much there's no unit that you can get for coins for this whole team. By the way, this is 300 greens. Okay, and this is a backbone for the 5-star 5 unit bonus. That is 600 greens. Another very important unit for this team is Sonia. That's yet another 300 greens, by the way. And then you top it all off with the 5th unit that I don't even know. But this team is quite expensive. And this unit doesn't make any sense since it's a ranged only unit and it's terrible at melee. Even if you give it 50% damage resistance, it is absolutely not good, unlike Sonya, which definitely does have very good melee. Now, the second bonus we have here is that they have a 50% chance to dodge the enemy's first hit. Only the first hit, by the way. That's it. Again, that doesn't matter because this is a ranged unit. That's why the skin is very bad. It looks cool, I guess, but not only is it expensive, because there can be skins that are less than 300, like Builder, for example, he can only be 120, and also 2,000 blue tokens. And also that skin is very good for the college team. As you can see here, crit damage increased 10%. This guy's a damager. He needs the crit damage since he's a damager. Uh, this team is very dependent on charisma, which is why the coach exists, because because it has high charisma, so he'll boost the damage of everyone in the college team. About these stats, agility is decreased pauses between switching targets and all that. Everything you want to know about these stats is right in the information button right there. No need to talk about them. And that's just the tip of the iceberg here in these teams. Usables can only they don't have belong into any teams. They are just like that. They don't have any because there is yet another bad skin that doesn't make any sense. So Captain boosts their speed, agility, aggression as soon as he's dropped in the battlefield from the bus. It's okay. So you make a skin for him to join the Marine team, which they get maximum agility and maximum aggression with all bonuses. So really, the only thing you're getting from Captain if he is in this team is the speed bonus. And that's it. Anything else doesn't matter since they already have it maxed out. And this skin, by the way, not only is even worse than 300 greens, you'll find it in the shard shop for 50 gold shards. And that is a lot. That is a lot. And the main way, like the fastest way to get them is literally during Halloween and Christmas because there's so many crates and so much these things that will give you gold shards instead. But other than that, they are not easy to come by, and I personally think this +3 speed bonus doesn't is really not that good, especially when it will probably only benefit Rodriguez and Sonia maybe. Which are good units, but they're already good anyway without the +3 speed. You know, it's not definitely not as bad as the agents, but it is meh. Not very worth it. Unlike other teams, unlike Gearheads, that is an amazing skin for the agents because two of these units, and they already count as two, if you deploy them, you will restore 5% of the bust. Now, because they count as two units at the same time, this will actually restore 10% for only a price of whatever elixir you have them. You can, of course, this is by default 20 elixir, but with a certain amount of variety of items, you can decrease it by 2, by 1, it will say on the item stats. This skin is amazing, you see. Some skins can be very good. And another good skin, obviously, is the Welder. I mean, he's a welder. He's a support unit. It's not really a damage dealer. He can fix the bus. And also, he has a 50% chance to summon a turret if he comes out. Very good. There's an entire bonus around him. Now, this game does have a story, but it is pretty lacking. And these cutscenes that you see are mostly about the bus moving in the place you're heading, and they talk about something for like 20 seconds. That's it. So if you're gonna play this game for the story, absolutely not. There is no story here. There is a few good-looking cutscenes, like this one. No spoilers, but this the story is pretty lacking. The lore is also pretty lacking. You'll find it mostly in the Wikipedia, nothing really here. So this game is pretty much a gameplay only, and also has boss battles. Not that many, but when they do appear, they are usually pretty good, and they have a good difficulty. They're definitely not very hard at all, like some people could say. Um, insert that one boss battle. And that's pretty much all there is to the definitive Data Zombie Warfare review. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe to make me more motivated to make more of these videos if it's a game review or an IRL video. And as always, before we end the video, I will tell you a quote from my journal, just like in the last IRL video. And this quote goes like this. And it says, just because someone carries it well doesn't mean that it isn't heavy. Very poetic, I should say. Thanks for watching and see you around, fellers.